What's up guys? In this video shows top 10 haunted places you should watch at your own risk. Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. I'm Mr. Corona Paradise. Make sure to click the red button below to subscribe my channel or one of these ghosts will be came to your room at night. Click the bell icon to turn on notifications. Number 1. Monte Cristo Homestead, Australia. A late Victoria mansion with intricate cast iron latticework built by wealthy landowner Christopher William Crowley in 1876, reputedly Australia's most haunted house. There's a young child who was dropped down the stairs, the maid who fell from the balcony, or the stable boy who burned to death. The most active, however, is the ghost of the son of caretaker who was found curled up next to the dead body of his mother and chained up for 40 years. The house currently operates as a B&B offering dinner followed by a ghost pier where you can learn all about its gruesome past. Those who dare can spend the night in the haunted homestead. Number 2. Bhangarh Fort, India. The ruins of a fort city built in the 17th century, Bhangarh Fort consists of fort walls, bazaars, havelis, royal places, and numerous temples with 3 granite stories you can explore. But do not be fooled by the beauty of these ruins as they are ranked as the most haunted fort in India. A wizard called Singya and a princess called Ratnavati who spurned his advances. Legend has it that the enchanted oil he hoped would make her love him turn into a boulder when she threw it away and it crushed him. But not before he cursed the palace. Another story suggests local ascetic cursed the fort because its shadow overpowered his property. And apparently if anyone attempts to build a roof for the fort, it will collapse. Bhangarh Fort is now an archaeological site known as the House of Ghosts. It is possible to hire a guide who can show you around the site and give you the details of its eerie past. Be sure to visit in daylight as the fort is closed between sunset and sunrise. People convinced that anyone who spends the night among the ruin will never be seen again. Number 3. Myrtles Plantation, USA. This is situated in the small town of St. Francisville, northwest of New Orleans, is the mansion of Myrtle Plantation bordered by a 125-foot veranda. The stained glass front door leads into a grand foyer displaying a huge French crystal chandelier. 10 people been murdered in the mansion itself. It's no surprise there have been so many reported ghost sightings. The most famous of which is Chloe, who had her ear cut off by her lover. She wears a green turban, peering intently at visitors while they are in bed, and has even appeared in a photograph. A more recent photo also shows another young girl known as Ghost Girl peering through window of the house, and also a ghost of a previous owner who was shot in the chest has been heard staggering up the stairs where he died. This is known as the most haunted house in America. The plantation is now a pretty bed and breakfast offering accommodation. Ghost tours are run from the site and you can choose between daily tours or the spookier and more popular evening tours. Number 4. Dragsholm Castle, Denmark. Dragsholm Castle was originally built in 1215, making it one of the oldest castles in Denmark and reportedly the most haunted castle in all of Europe. In 1694 it was rebuilt in a Baroque style. The castle is thought to be home to at least 100 ghosts, including the Earl of Bothwell, the husband of Mary Queen of Scots, who died as a prisoner in the castle. You may also see the White Lady wandering the halls, whose skeleton was found encased in a wall by builders in 1930. The castle has been transformed into a luxurious hotel with lavish rooms and a restaurant serving locally sourced food. The hotel offers their own guided tour explaining the history of the building. If you like a truly terrifying experience, book a ghost tour including 2 nights stay, a tour highlighting the spooky occupants and dinner at the restaurant. Number 5. Ancient Ram in England. This is built in 1145 and it was used by priests who kept slaves and workers in there to help build the St. Mary's Church. It has also been reported that it was the scene of a child sacrifice and devil worshipping. It's widely believed that the redirection of water on the ancient Ram property caused a portal for dark energy to open up. It means many ghosts haunt the inn. The witch's room is said to be haunted by a woman burnt at the stake in the 1500s as she was accused of being a witch. A high priestess has been spotted sitting on a bed. A centurion of horseback has been seen walking through the walls. The agonizing screams of a girl heard a monk in the most haunted room, and even a succubus is said to slip into the beds of visitors. This is known as one of the most haunted places in the world, featuring on TV programs such as Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures. There are many paranormal events are hosted in the inn. Number 6. Castle of Good Hope, Africa. This is built in 17th century by the Dutch East India Company. This is the South Africa's oldest building. The first ghost was spotted in 1915 when seen jumping off the side of one of the castle walls and then walking between the Persians, Diadem and Orange. Another famous ghost is the Lady in Grey. Other unexplained events include the bell in the bell towering in of its own accord and the ghost of a black dog that pounces on unsuspecting visitors then simply vanishes into thin air. This is one of the world's best preserved 17th century buildings. Castle is now a popular tourist attraction. Number 7. Hellfire Club, Ireland. This was a haunted lodge built in 1925 for William Connolly. He is an Irish Parliament speaker. The stones of this building are from ancient passage stones, said to have angered the devil which first associated the site with the supernatural. The most popular tale tells of a visit by a satanic creature in the form of a man who was only discovered when one of the players dropped a card and on picking it up noticed the guest has clawed feet. On his discovery, the creature disappeared in a ball of flames. There are stories about a black cat size of a dog who took on a priest and haunts the lodge. The most regular ghost visitor is a young lady believed to have been placed in a barrel, set on fire, and rolled down the hill for fun. The Hellfire Club is a popular stopping point on a walking trail through the Dublin Hills. Number 8. Banff Springs Hotel, Canada. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada is one of Canada's great railway hotels and reportedly one of the most haunted buildings in the country. There's a bride who fell down the staircase breaking her neck after panicking when her dress caught fire. She is often seen in the ballroom dancing with the flames coming from the back of her dress. The family were murdered in room 873. The door to this room has since been picked up, but the family can still be seen in the hallway outside the room. Now the Banff Springs, also known as a castle in Rockies, still remains a landmark in the town of Banff, Alberta, and remains a popular year-round resort. Number 9. Paveglia Island, Venice. In the Venice Lagoon between Venice and Lido, this small island was a place where mainlanders fled to seek refuge from invaders. In the 14th century, Venetians infected by the bubonic plague were sent here to die. When they died, they were burnt on giant pyres. The site was also used as a mental asylum during the 180s, where patients were experimented and tortured. This island is full of ghosts and cursed with unhealthy spirits. Voices and screams are often heard, and visitors have reported seeing dark fleeting shadows. Many visitors say they begin to feel an oppressive evil feeling as soon as they step on the island. The island remains totally abandoned and off-bound to most visitors. Even if you were allowed to go to the island, it would be hard to find someone willing to take you because many locals won't step foot on Paveglia for fear of being cursed, and fishermen refuse to fish in the area because they worry they'll drag up human remains. Number 10. Taj Mahal Palace, India. Taj Mahal Palace opened in Mumbai in 1903, giving birth to the country's first harbour landmark. One of the hotel's architect, W. A. Chambers, threw himself from the fifth floor balcony. Apparently, he was distressed when he returned from a trip abroad to discover that the hotel's design had gone in a completely different direction in his absence. In a tragic twist of fate, his ghost is said to wander the hall and the old wing of the hotel. This is the one of India's most glamorous hotel. So these are the top 10 haunted places in the world. But I have a problem. Is there any ghost or black magics in this world? What do you think?